Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good and staying blessed and feeling well. I am back and I figured I would come on and do a video that is about why I chose to have natural hair. And it's not a big secret, it's something that I'm actually very proud about. I've had my hair natural for several years, and I've had my hair natural before the journey that I have posted up here on YouTube. The reason why my hair has been natural for so long, on and off, and I've let my hair grow out, I've cut it off, I've let it grow out, I've cut it off, and stuff like that. But during that time, my hair has been natural. The reason is because I chose that was the healthiest way and the best way for my hair to remain on my head and for my lifestyle. I am happiest and my hair is happiest when it's in its natural state. And what do I mean by its natural state? I mean that my hair is growing out of my head the way that it normally would grow out of my head, without any chemicals, without anything else being put up on it, without any heat and anything else being put up on it, to manipulate the texture of the hair. So why is it that I chose that? It's healthy and it's natural. And I think that it's funny when I actually put it that way, because sometimes people look at you like you're crazy when you choose to wear your hair the way that it grows out of your head. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Out of all the stuff that doesn't make any sense, it doesn't make any sense to me that a person would look at you crazy because you're letting your hair grow out of your head the way that it normally would grow out of your head without any chemicals or outside influences. So why is it, and this is something that I guess will go into it, like why is it that when a African American woman or a mixed woman who has African American descent, or any woman who has like curly textured hair that falls into certain categories, why is it that when that particular type of woman goes natural, it's a big deal to some people, but when other women walk around with their natural hair, it's not them going natural? That's just a little tidbit. But back to the actual topic. I am really happy with my natural hair, and I chose to go natural all those years ago because there were way more benefits to having my hair grow out of my head the way that it normally would grow out of my head, as opposed to using the chemicals. I've heard people say, oh, it's easier to maintain because you got a perm, or it's easy to maintain because you got to texturize, because you can just comb straight through it or brush it and you can do all these things, blah, blah, blah. And it's less time consuming because you got, if you know how to take care of your hair and you make time to take care of your hair, then in my personal opinion, none of that stuff it even makes sense to me. And considering I've had my hair both ways, I'm not, that type of rationalization does not fly well with me because I know better. And having natural hair is natural. Okay. And I've had people tell me that is so silly that you're using that as an explanation. I'm like, no, when something is natural, it's natural. That is the way that it's supposed to be. That is the way that it is, until somebody else or something else comes along to alter it. So I've always thought that it was really just interesting that sometimes it takes time for a person to see um, the difference between their natural hair and their altered hair. It's still the hair that's growing out of their scalp, but it's been altered, and it's not the same as the hair that is growing freshly out of their scalp. So I've always thought that that was an interesting thing, and it is a choice because we have choices on what we want to do with our hair. There are chemical aids, and there are you can use heat and other things to alter the way that your hair is. However, for me personally, natural was just the way that fit my lifestyle, and it made more sense to me than doing things that were damaging, that were not giving me the results that I would want, and were just making me unhappy. I literally would sit there and look at myself after my hair would be permed or after my hair would be flat ironed, and I would stare at it, and my hair would look thin, it would look lifeless, and I always thought, like, what's the point in straightening my hair out just to do a roller set or press and curl it? What's the point in straightening it out if all I'm gonna do is put curls back in it and my hair is naturally curly? It made like no sense to me. So when I got old enough to take care of my hair and do my hair myself, y'all know I did some experimentation. I went through a product junkie phase, and over time I learned from my mistakes, and I learned from my different experiences with my hair, and I learned how to take care of my hair, what my hair likes and what my hair does not like. And it turns out my hair does not like chemicals. My hair doesn't like chemicals, and my hair doesn't like heat. Other people's hair might like chemicals, and other people's hair might like heat. Other people's hair might be able to withstand chemicals and heat better than mine. And I understand that. However, due to hair myths and different things that float around, and I hate to use the word lies, but different lies that people say about certain products and certain things, and just myths about certain textures of hair that just don't make any sense. Like the myth that certain people can't grow hair. That makes no sense. None. It makes no sense. But some people really do believe that. And so they will go through all different kinds of stuff, use products just because they say that they do certain things on their hair. Like, just because it says that it's for curly hair does not mean that it actually works on curly hair or all curly hair. And just because something says that it makes your hair grow does not mean that it makes your hair grow. So that whole thing with marketing, you need to do your own research on that. But personally, when I decided to go natural, I went through this product junkie phase. Like the first time I went natural, I went through this product junkie phase, and I ended up finding out that certain ingredients in my scalp were not friends. I noticed that certain products I would put on my head and I would get itchy scalp, I would get dry scalp, and I don't suffer from those conditions, so I would know that it was the product that caused it. So I guess to put this in, slide this in there too, just a word of advice to somebody who might just be going natural, or you've been natural for a while, or you are going through your product junkie phase, or you just are happy with being a product junkie, you love trying new stuff. Just a word of advice: try not to use multiple different things at the same time, just so that you know what it is that you could be using that's causing a problem. Because if you're using multiple things all at the same time, you don't know which one of those things is what caused the problem. Anyway, this video is getting kind of long, and I think I basically touched on most of the reasons that I choose natural hair and I choose a natural lifestyle to go along with that. Which is funny because I got asked the question before that, did my hair push my natural lifestyle? No, my natural lifestyle and me wanting to eat healthy and be fit and all the rest of that came before the natural hair, me wanting the natural hair. And those two things, they just go hand in hand for me. So that's just how that ended up going along. So I'm going to ask y'all, all my subscribers and anybody who happens to come across this video, why did you choose to be natural? Why did you choose not to use certain things on your hair anymore? And how do you feel about that? Also, just wanted to say, hope everybody's doing good and staying blessed and feeling well. See you guys next time. Bye.